friends, my pleasant and humble wishes. Today let us discuss about the topic of June 29th current affairs. China's coronavac safe for use in children. A study says. High dose induced neutralizing antibody response in trial of 3 to 17 years old. Higher dose of China's vaccine coronavac was well tolerated and safe and induced neutralizing antibody response in children and adolescents age of 3 to 17 years. A study in the recent edition of peer-reviewed journal Lancet Infectious Disease has stated. The seroconversion rate of neutralizing antibodies in children and adolescents with two different doses were over 96% after a double dose vaccination, the paper reported. The double-blinded, randomized, controlled phase 1 or 2 clinical trial of coronavac inactivated SARS-CoV-2 in healthy children and adolescents aged 3 to 17 years was conducted at Hebei Provincial Center for Disease Control and Prevention in Zhonghong, that is in China. 10-month gap between AstraZeneca doses sees highest antibody boost, Oxford study. Study also reported reduced common adverse effect after second dose. 2 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine administered 44 to 45 weeks apart generated nearly 4 times the level of antibodies than when the doses are given in 8 to 12 weeks apart, says a report by Oxford Vaccine Group, the developers of vaccine, on Monday. The antibody level remained elevated for nearly a year, and a third boost does for vaccine give a subset of volunteers also significantly boost antibody level to twice after a second dose. A second dose of Chadox NCO-19 with second dose given after a prolonged period may therefore be an effective strategy when vaccine supplies are scarce in short term. A third dose result in further increase in immune response, including greater neutralization of variants SARS-CoV-2 virus, and could be used to increase vaccine efficiency against variants in vulnerable population. This means study is yet to be reviewed. A group of vaccine volunteers who got their second dose 15 to 25 weeks after the first saw average antibody level at nearly twice those in 8 to 12 weeks interval. The Covishield, which is India-made version of AstraZeneca vaccine, is now the mainstay of India's vaccination program, comprising nearly 88% of 32 crore doses administered so far. Therefore, the dosage interval of vaccine was initially designed as between 4 to 6 weeks supply crunch in May, as well as United Kingdom data on the vaccine efficiency administered 8 to 12 weeks apart weightage on Indian experts to recommend a 12 to 16 weeks interval between the two doses of vaccine. The latest study also reported reduced common adverse events after the second dose compared the first. After first dose, antibody level peak in 28 days, and after 180 days were nearly half as that of peak. At 320 days, these were only 30% of peak levels. However, protection against symptomatic disease is a result of combined action of vaccine-induced antibodies and cellular immunity or T-cell immunity, experts have noted, though it isn't know how much of each is required to guarantee complete protection. Indian government unveils rupees 6.28 lakh crore stimulus post second COVID wave. Focus on loan guarantees, concessional credit for pandemic hit sectors and healthcare facilities. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Monday announced some fresh relief measures for the economy. The first such package after the second COVID-19 wave, focusing largely on extending the loan guarantees and concessional credit for pandemic hit sectors and investments to the ramp up healthcare facilities. The government pledged the total financial implications of the package, which include the reiteration of some steps that were already announced, such as provisions of food grains to the poor till November and high fertilizer subsidies, etc. Economists, however, noted that elements of direct stimulus in the package and its upfront fiscal cost in 2021 to 22 is likely to be limited. More stimulus steps may be needed to shore up the economy through the rest of the year, they added. Mode of recruitment no bar to promotion of PWDs, says Supreme Court. A disabled person can avail the benefit of reservation for promotion even if he or she was recruited in the regular category or developed the disability after gaining employment, the Supreme Court said on Monday. The important thing in the employee should be a person with disability, that is PWD, at the time of promotion to avail of disability quota. Source of recruitment ought not to make any difference, but what is material is the employee is a PWD at the time for consideration for promotion, a bench of Justice S.K. Kaul and R. Subhash Reddy held in the judgment. The verdict was based on the appeal filed by Kerala government against the state high court decisions that Lishma Joseph was eligible for reservation in promotion under the PWD quota. Ms. Joseph, who permanently disabled, was assisted at 55%, was employed in police department on compensate ground after her brother's death in the harshness. In 1955 Act, Personal and with Disability Act of 1955, does not make a distinction between a person who may have entered service on account of disability and person who may have acquired disability after having entered the service. Similarly, the same position would be with the person who may have entered service on claim of compensation appointment. The mode of entry in service cannot be ground to make out case of discriminatory promotion, says the Justice Call. The court said the responsibility to provide equal opportunity to disabled persons does not end with giving them reservation at the time of recruitment. Legislative mandate provides for equal opportunity for career progression, including promotion. Thus, it would be negotiated of the legislative mandate if promotion is denied to PWD and such reservation is confirmed to be initial stage of induction in service. This would in fact result in stagnation of disabled in a consequent frustration. The court gave Kerala 3 months to identify posts in which reservation could be given for PWD in promotion. Reservation has to be computed with reference to total number of vacancies in the cadre strength, and no distinction can be made between the posts to be filled by direct recruitment and by promotion. Thus, total number of vacancies in the cadre strength would be include the vacancies to be filled in the nomination as well as by promotion. The court laid down. So, let us discuss about some international issues related to India. At United Nations Security Council, India flags issues of children being recruited for terrorism-related activities. Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla said during an open debate on children and armed conflict in UN Security Council that there is a need for more coordinated approach in implementing the child protection and counter-terrorism agendas. Voicing concern over increasing number of children being recruited by the terror groups for terrorism related activities, India on Monday called for more coordinated approach in implementing the child protection and counter-terrorism agendas. He also added that close cooperation between UN and its member state concern is critical for developing an effective and sustainable policy for repatriation and reintegration of children affected by armed conflicts. He reiterated India's firm commitment to supporting the UN in its endeavor to protect children in situations of armed conflicts. The second topic is continuation of yesterday's topic. Judge dismissed US government's antitrust lawsuits against Facebook. A district judge ruled that lawsuits were illegal, insufficient, and didn't provide enough evidence to prove the Facebook was monopoly. A federal judge on Monday dismissed antitrust lawsuits brought against Facebook by the Federal Trade Commission and a coalition of state attorney general, dealing a significant blow to attempt to regulate to rein the tech giants. He also added, these allegations, which do not even provide an estimated actual figure or range for Facebook's market share at any point over the past 10 years, ultimately fall short of plausibly establishing that Facebook holds market power. The final news is China turns on second biggest dam in world. The first two generating units of world's second biggest hydroelectric dam was officially turned on Monday in southwest China, the government announced. The Beihintan Dam on the Jinsha River, a tributary of Yangtze, is a part of Chinese efforts to curb surging fossil fuel demand, by building more hydropower capacity at a time when dams have fallen out of favor in other countries due to environmental complaints. The announcement comes ahead of ruling Communist Party celebration this week of official 100th anniversary of its 1921 founding. Plans called for 289-meter tall Baihentan Dam to have 16 generating units with a capacity of 1 million kilowatts each. Hope this video is very useful. I would like to say that our academy WAR, Win and Rule, is coaching students in various exams like NEET, TNPSC, UPSCs, as well as we are tutoring students from class 6 to 12 in all subjects. One-to-one student coaching is also available at students' preferable timing. For further detail, refer the description.